Here are 7 lessons from the best-selling book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Lesson number 1. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Here's the maths. If you improve by 1% every day for a whole year, you will be 37 times better by the end of the year. And on the flip side, if you get 1% worse every day, you will basically hit rock bottom. Small changes can be incredibly powerful if you're consistent for a long period of time. Lesson number 2. The most powerful outcomes of any compounding process are delayed. Small changes often appear to make no difference in the short run. If you're overweight today and you go for a run 3 days in a row, you will still be out of shape. We expect progress to be quick and linear, but in practice, results are delayed. James Clear calls this the valley of disappointment, where people feel discouraged after putting months of hard work without seeing any tangible results. So they give up. In reality, this hard work is not wasted at all. It's simply being stored for later. You have to be patient. Lesson number 3. If you want better results, then forget about setting goals. Focus on your systems instead. James Clear explains that we focus way too much on goals. We say things like, I want to lose 20 pounds or I want to save more money. There's nothing wrong with these goals, but James Clear points out that winners and losers have the same goals. Every athlete wants to win the championship. Every student wants to ace the test, but it's not the goal that matters. It's the system you follow. A goal is the result you want. A system is the process that gets you there. Think of it like this. If your goal is to run a marathon, your system is your training schedule. If your goal is to write a book, your system is sitting down and writing 500 words a day. Imagine 2 people who both want to get in shape. Person A sets a goal. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Person B builds a system. I'll go to the gym 3 nights a week and cook at home 5 nights a week. Fast forward 6 months. Who's more likely to succeed? It's person B every time. Because they weren't just chasing a goal, they'd built a solid system. James Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Lesson number 4. Changing your identity matters more than just changing your habits. Most people begin the process of changing by focusing on their outcomes. For example, they say, I want to lose 20 pounds. Then they start building processes that might lead to that outcome. For example, they go to the gym twice a week. But here's the problem. If those goals and actions don't line up with their identity, they will always feel like they're forcing it, like they're faking it. Eventually, they will burn out or give up. For example, here are some common self-limiting beliefs that can hold people back from losing weight. I've always been overweight. It's just who I am. I've got bad genes. It runs in my family. I'm not the type of person who enjoys working out. I don't have time to exercise. Goals like, I want to lose weight, and systems like, I want to go to the gym 2 times a week can make rational sense. But if they are in conflict with your identity, you will fail to put them into action. You may have a new goal and a new plan, but you have not changed who you are. James Clear says that we need to start the process of changing our habits by focusing on changing our identity first. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, you can say, I'm the kind of person who values health and fitness. Instead of, I want to run a marathon, you say, I'm a runner. Instead of, I want to publish a book, you say, I'm an author. If someone offers you a cigarette, instead of saying, no thanks, I'm trying to quit, say, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. It's a small difference, but this statement signals a shift in identity. Smoking was part of your former life, not your current one. You no longer identify as someone who smokes. When you change your identity, your habits follow naturally. You're not fighting yourself anymore. You're simply reinforcing who you already believe you are. Lesson number 5, you can change your identity through a 2-step process. Your identity is shaped by your habits. So the most effective way to change who you are is by changing what you do. Each time you start a workout, you're a fit person. Each time you write a page, you're an author. The more you show up in small ways, the more your internal story begins to shift. New identities require new evidence. It's a simple 2-step process. First, decide the type of person you want to be, and second, prove to yourself that you are that person with every small win. Lesson number 6, you don't need to rely on discipline to build good habits. The more convenient you make it to hit your goals, the more likely you are to hit them. It's not about discipline or willpower. It's about building a system that removes friction and makes it easy. For example, if you want to build a habit of going to the gym twice a week, don't pick a gym that's really far away from your home with personal trainers that you hate. Pick one that's as close to you as possible with people that you like. Lesson number 7. What matters the most is your trajectory. The great thing about this idea is that it doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you are today. You could have a lot of money today, but if you're spending more than you earn, you're heading down a risky financial path. On the other hand, you might be struggling financially now, but if you're consistently saving and investing, even in small amounts, you're moving toward long-term financial stability. In the end, it's the small and consistent habits from today that will determine who you will become in the future. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video and let me know in the comments, what's one good habit you're trying to build and one bad habit you're trying to break? If you're new here, I read one self-help book a week and share my key takeaways on YouTube. My aim is to grow 1% better every week, both in life and on this channel. I'm on a mission to achieve financial freedom in 7 years and love exploring topics like finance, productivity, and happiness. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to follow me on my self-help journey. Catch you in the next one.